Looks like we got one live viewer. So if you could post a question in the live video discussion, I can go ahead and answer your question. Looks like we got another viewer too. So if both viewers will go ahead and post our question in the live video discussion, I could go ahead and answer them for you. Yeah, well, Java is definitely um, a complex language, and Swift was, very different. And now becoming back to advanced Java, it can be a problem. So hopefully, Emmanuel, keep on working on it, and we'll get through it. I know it's a lot of work, but you'll learn a lot of stuff about it when you're done. And that's the purpose to all my assignments, is for everyone to learn about everything there is about Java. And that way, when you get a job, you'll be prepared. Waiting for that second question from that second viewer. We seem to be losing that second viewer constantly. Drops off, then drops back on. Could be a connection problem. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the screenshots, we have to submit a screenshot and a video, both for full credit. Um, in the course information link right here, it gives you some tools that are free that will allow you to create a screen video of the working application. And you could upload them to YouTube and send me the link in either the in the attachments, or you could type it in the messages, or you could just submit the video itself. If you want to just submit the video as a file, you could do that as well. So any of those type, you have to do screenshots and you have to submit the video. Okay, so hopefully, this course information link should be able to give you some free options for that. Okay, there was a problem. There's a problem with the old link. I updated it to the new link. Any other questions from anybody else? Well, we're probably waiting for Mark because he was on the wrong link. Was having trouble with Google Hangouts earlier today. One thing I do want to say is that I'm going to be very kind of lenient on these due dates for the first couple of assignments here to see how everyone's getting on track. Uh, so probably won't be taking off too much points there for being late. Usually I take off like 20%, but it'll probably even be less or maybe nothing at all, uh, depending on your situation. Just let me know what's going on. But don't fall too far behind, otherwise we won't finish. Oh, we got another one. Okay. Okay, so get text and set text. Okay, so I'm assuming you're reading from the GUI interface. So yeah, we could do something like that right now. So let's take a look at that. So I'm setting up a basic window. And in my window, I'm going to put an absolute layout on it just to make it easy for myself. And we can use a text field because that'll both give us both a set text and get text. We could do that. Name it text field, that's fine. We'll leave it at that. There's no text in it right now, so that's okay. Go back to source. Here's the text field right there. Now I normally like to make sure the variables are declared up here and then run down below. But okay, so a string input gets text field dot get text. And if I actually just print out input right here, it'll prove that it got the text right there. And if I went to text field dot set text, it takes it a string itself. I could say place text here. So there's an example of a string getting the text from the text field. I'm just going to print it out to the console, and then I'm going to set text, place text here, which is going to replace any text that's in the text field. So I probably should have put something in there in the beginning so I could print it out, but let's see. Let's go with none. And if I run this window, oh, it replaces it. Hold on a second. Let's go back. Oh, I don't want to do that. Place text here. This kind of loops around because I'm getting the input and setting the text again at the same time. So when I run it, it kind of puts it right there again. But you get the idea. This is how you would get the text, and this is how you would place the text. So in case you want to use that input for something else, for example, let's put a label right below it that says new label, and use new label down here. It says label, new label, set text to input. then it actually places the text here. So even though there was nothing there, I typed it in and it puts it in the other box. So good example. A good question, actually. Oh, we got a lot of posts. Let's see here. Cash register. So what I'm looking for is that in the video, on my video, I give an explanation of how a directory can be created that will copy the file that existed before and delete the original. So the original file that was in the outside, so probably example would be to actually demonstrate this. So if I had a file here, let's just create a new folder here. Okay. And let me create a new file. So really quickly, okay, so I have this file here called example. So to answer your question, what I'm looking for is you to create a directory, a new folder called whatever I call it, folder 1. And I want you to be able to copy this file into this folder. I want that to happen. And then the original file that was outside of the folder right here, I want you to go ahead and delete that. And you can do that all programmatically by the video that I assigned to watch for the assignment. So hopefully that answers that question. No, Melissa, currently you will not get deducted, but keep in mind that I have a habit of making assignments that sometimes build on top of each other. And what that means is that if all of a sudden I decided one day to say, okay, get rid of your GUI, you're going to add a different kind of interface to it, then for most people who did not put their code inside of the GUI, they would be okay because their class has already been set up in another class and their interface is separate. Therefore, they're able to destroy their GUI right away and put in another interface with no issues. However, someone who put all their code inside of a GUI would have to redo the entire assignment all over again, thus proving why you should always have separate classes for all your logic. Your logic outside, your interface only with the interface. So your code for the interface should only be with the interface, and the code for your logic should be on the outside in classes. Hopefully that answers your question. We're running a little bit over, but that's okay. Looks like we got some good questions. Hopefully I've been able to answer them. By the way, I might be sounding a little funny. I have a cold, so I'm a little bit stuffed up when I'm talking. It says I only have 2 viewers, but it seems like I have a lot more with all the questions. It seems I have at least 3 or 4 viewers. 3 viewers. Another question? Okay. Okay, good. Good, Mark. Let's see. Oh, got another one. All right, Melissa, that's fine. You and I could actually talk, continue to talk. We don't have to live stream it. You and I could talk a little bit more one-on-one, and hopefully you'll be able to. Yeah, you and I could just talk one-on-one if you want to. We could either do it through here or we could Skype or something, and we could answer more of your questions. Let's see if anybody else have any more questions first. Okay. Well, I don't think anybody else is going to join us, but us three. And I think I answered the questions. I'll go ahead and shut down the live stream. And if you have more questions for me, just keep on shooting me questions in the discussion board, and I'll go ahead and answer them. But hopefully things are going along smoothly. I try to get to maybe have uh, more of these, throughout the semester, so we can just keep in touch and talk about anything that might be going on. All right, well, thank you very much, and good night.